Good morning, good morning. Mestre Chocolate here, Capoeira Tokyo. Cup of coffee, so you know it's going to be good. Sunday morning here in Tokyo, a little bit overcast, looking outside the academia. Thinking, making me very contemplative, thinking about a lot of things. Recently, a student of mine sent me email and asked, oh, Master, have you, do you like this song? And what's funny was it's a song on my first CD that came out, and the person didn't know that it was my song. So I felt so happy, really humbled that people like what we're doing and that the music we're putting out is enjoyed, that people like it. The question was, before they knew that I wrote the song, they asked, do you know what it means? And I said, I might have a good idea because I wrote it. And the reaction was so funny, but here we go. A cobra mordeu Caetano, Caetano, Caetano. A cobra mordeu Caetano e nunca vai voltar. A cobra mordeu Caetano, Caetano, Caetano. A cobra mordeu Caetano e nunca vai voltar. Caetano foi pra roda, pra roda, pra roda. Caetano foi pra roda e nunca vai voltar. Caetano foi pra roda, pra roda, pra roda. Caetano foi pra roda e nunca vai voltar. Caetano foi pra lua, pra lua, pra lua. Caetano foi pra lua e nunca vai voltar. Caetano foi pra lua, pra lua, pra lua. Caetano foi pra lua e nunca vai voltar. So what I'd like to do in this video is really share how this song came apart and why I wrote this song. So, Caetano is a very standard name, and it can refer to like I don't know, in English like Richard or Tom. It's a really standard name. And the first verse says Caetano fue pra The first verse says, a snake bit Caetano. A cobra mordeu Caetano, Caetano, Caetano. A cobra mordeu Caetano e nunca vai voltar. So, a snake bit Caetano, 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 and he's never coming back. Now, the second verse says, Caetano went to the roda, and he's never coming back. The third verse is Caetano went to the moon and he's never coming back. What does this mean for me? Sorry, I'm writing notes as I do this to keep myself organized. Caetano, I wrote this song with a person I used to have a really good friendship with. And the song, Caetano represents, let's say our main character in standard capoeira. I guess that's an easy way to put it. He's our main character. And for me, watching the process of the person develop also helped me to see how I was developing. Sometimes we need a person that you're growing with to see if you're growing good in a good positive way or in a bad positive way. Yes, people say, oh, everybody's different, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. That's fine. I'm talking about my personal experience and how I see the situation. Okay? So, the snake bit Caetano. The snake in popular Brazilian culture and in theme a lot is evil. Or better than evil, bad things. bad things or bad ashe, right? If we make good energy, we get good energy. If we make bad energy, we get bad energy. And in the song, Caetano gets bitten by bad things, right? And he's never coming back. The never coming back part refers to the lack of awareness of what was happening, especially what Caetano self-created. I've talked about this before, but I think it's good to talk about it in this song. A lot of times I see, capoeira, when I first started, the first thing I heard was, if you go in the roda, it's your responsibility. If you hit someone, it's your responsibility. If you get hit, it's your responsibility. And I actually like that, because when you assume responsibility 100% for your actions or for whatever, then you tend to fix things better. It's kind of 1 + 1 = 2. Accept responsibility, move forward, right? A lot of people don't accept responsibility, and it's always everybody else's fault. And that's the case for Caetano. In this song, Caetano went to the moon. The moon also means kind of like you're just out there. It represents for me, like Caetano went to the moon because he's just out there. He's just never going to get it. He's never going to understand what he's doing in his life, what they're doing. And of course, eventually this friend and I, we were no longer in communication, and I stopped the relation because it's what we could call a toxic relationship. And it's nothing against the person, and I'm not criticizing, I'm not elevating myself. I'm sharing an experience that I feel added to my growth as a mestre. Okay? So this is a life experience, not a criticism of other people. If you take it that way, then maybe you need to look in the mirror too. I try to look in the mirror a lot and see how I can fix and improve my life and improve the situation around me. Caetano goes over and over through the same pattern of, I don't want to say self-destructive or self-problem making, right? There's people who just don't know and they just keep making problems. So in this song, Caetano represents for me a person who doesn't have consciousness or awareness, conciencia, and doesn't grow and constantly makes problems for themselves, even if they're able to get a good chance at something. For example, someone gives you a chance at a show and you show up late, you do a bad situation. Someone gives you a chance to start a new class and you don't take the responsibility in doing it. There's a lot of things, right, that in life happen to us, but how we react to it, like a rasteira, né? We get a rasteira and we get up and we move forward. We train to get better. And unfortunately, the physical training to get better against the rasteira is a lot easier than the mental. When life gives you a rasteira and you don't get up, or you blame the person for giving you a rasteira when you got in the roda, when it's your responsibility. So I just wanted to share a little bit about the song. Caetano is for me a person who doesn't accept responsibility and kind of just walks through life and has a very strong ability at malandragem, being a malandro, getting through life, messing things up, and people give chance again or forgive. People give chance again or forgive. And I think it's really important that in this song, I really felt I grew a lot because it made me reflect how I see myself. Am I aware of what I'm doing? Am I following through with what I'm doing? How my life and how my behavior affects other people. This is something I consider a very important point in malicia, in self-awareness, right? I wrote, malicia, the highest level is when you can realize what you're doing to yourself. When you look in the mirror and you say, okay, I don't like that about myself. I want to fix that about myself. This is what I'm going to do. Okay? So, a Cobra, Moreu, Caetano, Caetano, Caetano. A cobra mordeu Caetano e nunca vai voltar. Axé, Mestre Chocolate. I hope everybody likes the video. And feel free to send me an email.